Hi guys. Okay, so if you watched my other vlog, I kind of got carried away in talking about like finding out I was pregnant, and I didn't really get to answer all of the questions. So that is what this video is about. So I'm going to answer the rest of the questions. First, I just want to address this question or comment. It says someone needs the chop, aka Gage. This can't go on. My thoughts only. One, it is not anyone's decision how many kids we have. If we want a large family, if we want 10 kids, we're gonna have 10 kids. You're not gonna decide how many kids we want because it doesn't fit your agenda or your plan. I mean, keep your opinions to yourself. Will you be moving to make room for the new baby? Okay, so I had a ton of questions on that. Do we want to buy a house? Obviously, absolutely. Is it the right time to buy a house? No, it's not. It is not the market to buy a house. I refuse to pay over market value, over appraisal price. Like, it's just not the time to buy a house right now. And two, I have my own opinions on people who are constantly nagging. Not the people who are genuinely curious, but the people who are nagging. I have people who literally message me saying, you have to buy a house. You need to buy a house. You're worthless. You don't have a house. One, not everybody wants to buy a house. Do we want to buy a house? Obviously we do. Some people don't want to buy a house. To be honest, right now, I'm kind of glad that we don't own this house because our washer and our air conditioner both went out at the same time. That would have been a good chunk of money, and guess what? We didn't have to pay for that. We didn't have to pay for that. This house, we're literally able to do whatever we want to do with it. If we wanted to paint walls, we could. We're allowed to hang stuff on the walls. We still have to do the yard work, the yard maintenance, and keep everything everything up kept. But when it comes to like needing to be fixed, like a furnace or let's see, like the washer and the dryer, the air conditioner, those big household maintenance things, we don't have to pay for it. We are perfectly content in this house. Just because it's not some big mansion doesn't mean we need to move houses. Like, we're content where we are. We have a good, decent sized, beautiful yard. We have things that we want. I'm sorry that it doesn't fit your agenda that we need to buy a house, but no, we don't. The way I see it is the same people who are saying you have to buy a house are the same people who lease a car. Leasing a car, I'm sorry, but you don't own that car. You're basically renting that car. It's the same as renting. That's like me saying maybe instead of leasing, you should buy a car. I would never say that. If you want to lease a car, lease your car. If you want to rent a house, rent a house. If you want to live in a camper and travel around, be my guest. Who cares? My kids have a roof over their heads. We have a roof over our heads. We love our neighborhood. Just because it doesn't have 8,000 bedrooms in it doesn't mean that we need a bigger house. We are content, and that's how it's going to be. For the baby, and by the way, this is not me being mean to the person that asked this question. That's just me being so tired of people saying that you have to buy a house. No, we don't. We don't have to buy a house if we don't want to. If you want to live in an apartment, live in an apartment. If you want to live in a townhome, live in a townhome. Live in a camper, live in a trailer. I don't really care. Our babies are fed. Your babies are fed no matter where you live. It doesn't matter. A home is a home. I don't know if in today's world or today's society has become so obsessed over social media and Instagram or all these platforms where they see these people in big luxury homes, and you know, each of their kids has their own bedroom and bathroom, and they have all these toys and all this stuff. That's just not us. That's just not us. So when we are ready to buy a home, we will buy a home. But we're not going to buy a home because random strangers on the internet are saying that we're worthless if we don't. Next question after my little rant. Do you have any strong cravings? Oh, please don't spill. Okay. My all-day sickness, morning sickness is slowly subsiding. I can't say I don't have any cravings. I would say I want more like sweeter food, but not like candy, like waffles and syrup or cereal. The way I can describe it is like cold food. Like, I don't want warm food. Like, I want yogurt or like cottage cheese or like a pickle or cereal, waffles, but like with syrup. I didn't really, like, for the couple weeks there, I was having the hardest time eating. Like, I didn't even want crackers. I didn't want nothing. I would say my only food aversion right now is chicken. I don't want any chicken. For the most part, my cravings are like cereal, sweeter stuff. For a while, it was really hard to drink water. It's still a little hard to drink water, which is funny because when I first found out I was pregnant, that following day, Monday, so I found out on a Sunday, that Monday, I was so thirsty. I thought something was wrong, but I was so thirsty, and I think it was because it was just 4th of July weekend. We were at the cabin, we were having drinks. I feel like my body was just personally dehydrated, being pregnant, and it was just trying to catch up on water, because after like 2 days, I was perfectly fine, and then I didn't even want water anymore. And so now I tried Propel. It worked for a little bit. Don't want Propel anymore. Gatorade, tried for a little bit. Don't want Gatorade. Like, I just don't like the taste of it anymore. Orange juice, milk, I can drink. High C is like an if. I can drink it, but like, it did have ice in it, by the way. I can drink it, but like, I have my moments. I don't think I have any other food aversions. And then another one of the questions was, what are my symptoms? So it was a sore breast, tender breast at first, and then literally morning sickness hit, and that was pretty much all of like my symptoms besides being tired. But I would say morning sickness was way more than being tired, and it was like a nausea feeling. It wasn't like me throwing up every morning. It was, I'm just so nauseous all day, queasy stomach, gagging a lot. Everything makes me gag. Brushing my teeth, like everything makes me gag. Smells, oh my gosh, I can't do smells anymore. I was a lover of like the Febreze like scent things that like you plug in, Febreze plugins. I am this close, like so close to unplugging them all, but like now that my symptoms are kind of going down, it's getting better. But every time I'd walk into my house, like from dropping the kids off at summer camp, I would gag because of the smell. It was so overpowering. I just switched deodorants to just Dove, what is it, like original scent, like no scent to the deodorant, because usually I'd wear like the men's deodorant, and when I put it on, it would just make me gag. Like, I can't do smells. I think that's it, besides like the morning sickness. The best way I could describe it was like a hangover. You wake up, you feel like crap, you don't want to eat, you feel nauseous, you'd rather throw up, but you can't. If you eat, you're gonna get nauseous. The smell of food makes you nauseous. Making food for like my kids made me nauseous. I'm just gonna answer this one quickly. I kind of answered it in my last video. Were you pregnant when you fell down the deck stairs? No, I was not. I got pregnant like 2 weeks after that. So many questions on, are you gonna find out the gender? When are you finding out the gender? We actually already know the gender, and we plan on announcing that probably sometime in September. And if you're wondering how we found out the gender early, is through the sneak peek blood test. You can actually find out at 7 weeks through sneak peek blood test. I found out at, well, I did the blood draw like a little after 8 weeks, and they were super quick. I got my results within like 3 days. I have so many questions that also say, do you want it to be a boy or a girl? Honestly, it doesn't really matter to me. We did get rid of like we got rid of so many baby clothes. Like, well, one, we don't even have girl clothes, and then two, boy, we got rid of like all of our boy clothes as well, and like all of the stuff, like baby stuff. And so boy or girl, we're gonna have to start from like kind of fresh. Oh, I want to add in there another thing I like absolutely don't want is coffee. Like, I don't want any coffee, and I've been really loving hot chocolate and smoothies as well, like the sweeter stuff. Do we have any names in mind? Yes, we actually have a girl and a boy name. Even though we know the gender, we have a girl and a boy name, because you never know. You could go to the ultrasound and it could be the complete opposite. I know the blood test is usually accurate. I always say, until you see an ultrasound in between the legs or when the baby's here, then that's like, you know what I mean? So we do have a boy and we have a girl name. Did you feel pregnant on the 4th of July? If you remember my last vlog or my last video, I said like how the 4th of July, it's kind of like the whole story time. I did not feel pregnant. The only thing I had was like sore breast. To the doctor yet? Yes. So I had my first appointment. I had an ultrasound. It was with like a nurse practitioner. Actually, she was a midwife, but that's just how our clinic works. And then you see the doctor. We have a growth ultrasound on Thursday, and then seeing another midwife after that. And then like my main appointment with like our doctor is at the end of August. But yeah, that's just how our clinic works. You just kind of see like the nurse practitioner, midwives, and then like you don't really see the doctor often. I don't know how it works. Another question I've been receiving a lot is, how is my anxiety and all of that stuff? My anxiety is pretty much the same. Yes, I still do take medication. They actually upped my medication. I was on 75 milligrams of sertraline, and they actually upped it to 100 because I don't know what's going on. I really don't. I'm honestly still taking the 75 milligrams. I haven't started the 100. I have the bottle for 100, but I still have some 75s. I haven't taken it yet. But I don't know what hit me. I don't know if prenatal depression is a thing, but when I found out I was pregnant, I wasn't depressed because I was pregnant. I don't know if I was just becoming like just so sick and like nauseous and like not wanting to do anything, and that just kind of like put me into a depression. But I've literally felt like shit, honestly. Like I just feel so out of it, and I don't know if it's like depression or like hormones, but I still kind of feel that way. Like I don't feel like doing anything, and like I said, I don't know if it's like pregnancy hormone related, because you just don't like feel good and you have no energy to like do anything. But like I used to be a go person, like house clean, dishes done, laundry done, all of that, and now it's just like I'm not really doing any of that, and like I don't have the motivation to do it. So yeah, I don't know if it's a thing, but I never experienced that with my other kiddos. So we have the medication. I still take it. That's just what's best for me. It's better for me to be on it than not be on it. And everyone has their own opinion about, you know, anxiety and depression meds while pregnant, but it's the best for me, and I was on it with my other pregnancies. Okay, so the last two things I want to address aren't really comments or questions. They're just messages I have received from TikTok and Instagram, and they kind of just like, I don't know, maybe it's just pregnancy hormones, but it just kind of like irked me the wrong way. One of the comments was, or messages I should say, was that's so embarrassing for you to share your pregnancy so early. One, a baby is not an embarrassment. You are allowed to share your pregnancy whenever you feel like. There is no rule book. There is no rule saying you have to wait until you are 12 weeks, until you are so far along. If you want to share the day you find out, do it. If you want to share when you give birth, do it. It doesn't matter. There's no day, there's no specific time rule that you have to share a pregnancy. I chose to share it because I wanted to. I chose to share it because I wanted to share my experience with you. A baby is a blessing. If something were to happen, that baby is still a blessing, and I didn't want to keep it to myself. I don't know why people think that you have to share it at this certain time. That's so early. Why would you share it? It doesn't really matter. A baby is a baby. A baby is a blessing. A baby at 5 weeks, a baby at 25 weeks. It doesn't matter. Some other messages or comments I've received on both platforms is, you can't have a bump yet. Excuse me? I can't have a bump yet because you said I can't have a bump? Every woman carries differently, and not only do I see this on my page, but I also see it, I don't know if you guys follow her. Her name is Willow Bramley. I don't know the last name. But she gets it too, where people are like, you're just bloated. It's obviously in the beginning it's bloat. But to sit there and tell a mom, because she got this hate too, to sit there and tell a mom that she's not allowed to have a bump yet, she shouldn't have a bump yet, is absolutely ridiculous. Every body, every pregnancy is different, and it can be the complete opposite. There's moms who are 30, 35 weeks pregnant and get told, you don't even look pregnant. Your bump's not big enough for a 35-week baby. Who cares? Every body is different. For my body specifically, I just show quicker. I don't know why. Is it bloat in the beginning? Absolutely. but I just show quicker. I really don't know why at all. Ever since I was pregnant with Noah, like after that first baby, once I hit the second baby, it was like boom, belly's here. Third baby, gosh, it was like right away. Charles, instantly I had a baby bump. With this baby, boom, there's a bump. Like, it's not like, what do you want me to do? Put a girdle on and suck it in? What do you want me to do? There's a bump, it's a bump. Who cares? Why does it bother you that women have a bump early? Who cares? Why does it bother you if a woman doesn't have a large bump towards the end of her pregnancy? I am so tired of all the mom shaming, the you shouldn't have that bump yet, you shouldn't share your pregnancy this early, you're too small to be that far along. It's just, who cares? Who cares? I'm at the point now, like when I see those comments, I just wanted to address it. I'm at the point now where I'm like, it's my bump and I'm gonna embrace it. It's my 5th baby. People are just, I don't even know the word. People just make me angry, but I'm getting tired. I'm getting exhausted. I'm actually gonna shut my blinds because I'm like right in front of a window and I have very sensitive eyes. I'm gonna shut my blinds, I'm gonna lay down, and I'm gonna relax for the rest of the day because I'm kind of tired. So I hope these questions kind of got you like up to date on how far along I am, when I'm due. If you haven't seen our other video, go watch that. I'm pretty sure that's the video where I said how far along I was and when I'm due. I will leave that linked right here. Oh, by the way, that is another symptom I wanted to talk about. I do not like going to the grocery store anymore. I used to love it. I love to go grocery shopping. It's starting to get better. But the past couple weeks, I could not go to the grocery store. I would gag. I remember walking up to Gage and like had to like go into his shirt and gag because the looking at food made me sick. And so now like I don't ever go to the grocery store. I don't go to the stores very often. And so I was like, you know what? Usually I'd be like, oh, I need laundry detergent. I'm gonna go to Target. No, now I'm just like, ship it, I'm done. But anyways, I'm gonna end this vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to comment if you have any other questions. Go follow our Instagram and our TikTok. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and we'll talk to you in our next vlog. Bye.